Hey, Christoph here. I'd like to get feedback on an upgrade to the savings account case study that's currently in the guide. And so this is a pretty good case study. It talks about 2 of 3 multi-key setups. So I have 3 keys. I need 2 to create a transaction where 1 key is on the device and backed up to the cloud. A second key is on a hardware wallet. And the third key is controlled by the wallet provider and only used for recovery. So one of the updates is to update the visuals to the wallet UI kit, so to fine-tune the graphics a little bit more. And then another update is so that the key that's held by the wallet provider is not only used for recovery, but it can also be used for automatically signing low-value transactions. So if I'm just sending 10 euros or so, it can automatically be signed. If I try to send 1,000 euros, then I would need to use my hardware device. So let's look at here at Figma. So Daniel and I were working on this file, took the existing case study here, the designs, ported over things from the wallet UI kit and some of the MyMattress designs, and I tried to kind of roughly piece everything together right now. And before fine-tuning lots of details, it'd be great to get some feedback already. So there are 3 flows here. One is the initial onboarding, then we have sending, and then we have recovery here. And I'll just go through them real quick. So when I create a new wallet, one of the first things I need to do, first, of course, it explains to me what I'm about to do. One of the most important things is that it asks me to have a hardware device ready that I can register here. This could potentially be optional later, where I can set up the wallet without it and then add this third key. But for the sake of this case study, keep it a little bit simpler. I just avoided that. User needs to add a PIN, which is used for encrypting all kinds of data. So the operating system cannot access it. The cloud service provider cannot access it. Then it tells me the wallet has 3 keys and how they will be stored. So I, as a user, I understand, okay, key 1 will be on this device, key 2 will be on the signing device, key 3 will be on the auto signer. Then I press continue, takes me through to the cloud backup, tells me backup key 1 to iCloud or Google Drive. I can choose which service I want to use. Then there will be some default operating system UI for permissions to allow access to iCloud, and then Google Drive will have its own native UI, I believe. Confirms to me that key is 1 backed up and how I can get back to it if I need it. Then it moves on to key 2, where I can choose which type of device. So let's say this application supports Coldcard and CoboVault. Maybe there's some generic way to do this, but I just put in 2 kind of common device types in here. So I press Coldcard, and then I get customized instructions for the Coldcard. So it tells me I need a Lightning SD card adapter, shows me some illustrations, make it a little bit easier, intuitive, and then it guides me through all the steps that I need to take. Always ensures that I'm on top of any states, anything that's happening, without giving me too much technical detail, and then make sure that I understand key 2 is set up and what this key will be used for, in this case, transferring large amounts. Then key 3 is managed by the auto signer. It tells me that there's a per transaction limit that it can automatically sign, that there's a daily limit it can automatically sign. And then it asks for my email address. So the registration through, I assume, would be a website. To manage this auto signing, that would be set up by email. So I would receive an email, click through, set up password, the usual things. Now that all keys are set up, it confirms that the wallet is ready. I can transfer funds, and just a few extra things that I should know about keeping the wallet secure and how to recover it. So let's look at signing. So here's a very simple home screen. If I want to send Bitcoin, I can always scan, but in this case, I just want to do the manual send. I can enter an address, enter an amount, adjust my fees. If the amount is pretty low, so in this case, I think this would be 10 euros or so, that's it. I press continue, takes me I get to confirm it again, just review my data, make sure I didn't make any mistakes, and then I can send it, and that's it, gets sent off. So, however, if I enter a larger amount, so I think this is 500 euros or so, a little extra piece of information here pops up. Approval via your signing device is required for this amount. Then I press continue, and then it guides me again through all of the different steps, tells me which steps are coming up. Then I need to copy the transaction to the cold card, sign it on there, and copy it back. Takes me through all of the different steps, even what I need to do on the cold card itself, the menu options. And then it's done. And then I get to this final review screen. I press send it, and then it probably takes me to my transactions list screen, where this transaction then shows up as one that's unconfirmed and currently pending. Okay, so let's say I lose something. Obviously, there needs to be a external recovery mechanism outside of the application in case I lose the application. But let's say I lost access to my signing device. So I can go to settings, recover a key. Then it asks me which one I lost. Doesn't totally make sense here to have the key 1 in here, but in this case, maybe I lost the password to my auto signer and that can be rotated. But in this case, I lost my access to my signing device. It tells me, okay, I'm in luck. If I had selected key 1 and key 2, or key 2 and key 3, I would not be in luck. Then I would see something like this, where it's just apologizes that it's not possible to recover it and provides other support options. But if I just lost my hardware device, I am in luck. And then it tells me that it's possible to create a new wallet, that the new wallet will not rely on the cold card, that I need a new access, a new signing device at hand. It tells me that there's a transaction involved, so it will cost a little bit. Then it guides me through the same device registration flow as before. And then tells me my new wallet is ready. And then also, I think as a user, there might be other things that a user needs to know that should be listed here, like addresses will no longer be accessible. So if you shared an address with someone else, you regularly receive Bitcoin there, you're not going to be able to access it. There are probably some implications here for users to know, same as if there's anything else that's backed up to iCloud, some type of recovery kit or so. Also good things to either tell people after this is done, or even before they even start this process, and potentially lose anything that they still rely on. So this is kind of where this is at right now. I would love to get some feedback in general, just how this looks, what's missing, technical things that are off, specs, details, just anything would be helpful at this moment. So let me know. Thanks.